Why would a bride, moments after saying "I do," vanish before the reception even began? Vermont, 6:42 p.m. The sun dips behind Silver Pine Lake. A white veil drifts on the surface, rippling like breath across glass. Guests stand frozen on the dock. Hannah Whitmore's bouquet still lies where she dropped it, petals soaked, perfume fading. Mark Ellison stares at the water, not screaming, not moving, just calculating. Detective Jonah Reed notes that his shirt cuffs are dry. In the photos taken an hour earlier, Hannah was laughing, the kind of joy you can't fake. So why does her veil surface without her? The guests whisper about a fall, an accident, maybe shock. But Rachel Byrne, her maid of honor, says Hannah wasn't near the lake at all. Tyler Crane insists he saw Hannah walking toward the boathouse, alone. Yet when Officer Grace Holloway checks, the ground there is undisturbed. No footprints, no struggle, only one champagne glass, half empty. Mark refuses to speak to police until his lawyer arrives. Rachel's voice shakes as she tells Jonah she was afraid of something, not someone. And then a call from dispatch. A fisherman found something downstream. Not a body, not a dress, just Hannah's wedding ring, bent, as if twisted off by force. If she didn't fall, who took her veil, and why return only that? What if the person you trusted most planned your wedding to cover your disappearance? Mantelpiece clock, Silver Pine Police Station, 9:13 p.m. A single ring sits in an evidence tray. Its gold band is bent, and inside, 2 faint scratches form the letters ME. Detective Jonah Reed leans closer. She scratched this from the inside, he murmurs. That's not panic, that's warning. Mark Ellison sits in the next room, untouched drink beside him. He tells police Hannah was overwhelmed, that she needed air. But Rachel swears Hannah never left her sight, until Mark asked her to fetch another veil from the car. Last seen, 6:20 p.m. The wedding planner recalls hearing a soft argument near the lake. Mark's voice, firm, low, and then a splash. When forensics test the torn veil, they find something else clinging to the lace, a drop of Hannah's blood, and a trace of lake sediment not found anywhere near the dock. If she didn't vanish by accident, where was the real ceremony supposed to end? What if the secret Hannah whispered before the wedding was the reason she never made it to forever? The morning after, 7:02 a.m., Rachel stands outside Hannah's house, clutching a small white envelope marked "Return to Sender." Inside, a marriage license, and signed, and tucked behind it, a note in Hannah's handwriting. If something happens to me, it wasn't an accident. Detective Reed compares the ink. Fresh. Written hours before the ceremony. Mark claims he never saw the letter, but his fingerprint smudges the corner. Rachel recalls Hannah crying in the dressing room, saying, "He's not who he says he is," but she never said why. When Reed checks Hannah's phone records, one call stands out. To a number listed under a single name, Tyler. Was her best man protecting her, or helping her disappear? Why was the best man calling the bride at midnight, the night before her wedding? Detective Bureau, 11:47 a.m. Jonah Reed scrolls through phone logs. 8 missed calls, all from Tyler Crane, hours before Hannah vanished. Rachel freezes when she hears it. "She told me they were just friends," she whispers, but her voice cracks halfway through. Forensics pull deleted texts from Hannah's phone. "He knows, Ty. I can't go through with it." "Then don't. I'll handle Mark." Tyler denies everything, but when Reed shows him the messages, his face drains. He admits they dated years ago, quietly, before Mark ever knew her name. And one photo on Hannah's tablet, timestamped 2 weeks before the wedding, shows Tyler and Hannah together, laughing in a diner an hour outside town. Jonah zooms in. Behind them, through the diner window, Mark's truck, parked across the street. Did Mark see them that night and decide the wedding would end in silence? What does a groom do the day before his wedding, when he knows the bride is planning to leave him? Friday, 3:18 p.m., one day before the ceremony. Mark Ellison walks into a pawn shop with a velvet box and a folded paper bag. He tells the clerk it's a replacement ring. But inside the bag is a necklace, the same one Hannah wore in every photo for 5 years. Detective Reed learns Mark withdrew $8,000 in cash that morning and booked a motel room 2 towns over. Security footage shows him pacing, typing on his phone, then throwing it into the trash before leaving. Rachel confirms Hannah never knew about the withdrawal. She thought he was buying honeymoon tickets, she says softly. He was buying silence. That night, Mark's car was spotted near Silver Pine Lake. Exactly 10:41 p.m., long before the ceremony ever began. If he was there the night before, what else was already waiting beneath the water? When Rachel heard what Mark did, something in her shattered. She stood in the interrogation room, hands trembling, whispering, "He promised me she was gone for good." Detective Reed slid the photo across the table. Hannah's necklace, pulled from the lake mud. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. He said it was over. He said it was just a mistake. She confessed she'd helped him burn the dress Hannah planned to wear. She thought she was erasing the past. But all she erased was the truth. And then, just before she was taken away, Rachel said one more thing. Check the vows, he changed them. The church was empty now, only the echo of Rachel's words hanging heavy in the air. Check the vows, he changed them. Detective Harris unfolded the crumpled paper from Mark's suit pocket. The handwriting, shaky, uneven, wasn't Rachel's. It wasn't even Mark's usual script. One line was underlined twice. I promise to keep what we buried between us, forever. Harris froze. The phrase matched the message found carved into Hannah's diary. The missing bridesmaid. A flashback in Rachel's memory hit like lightning. Mark and Tyler under the old oak tree, shovels in hand, laughter echoing through the night before the wedding. Not joy, relief. When the police dug beneath that same tree, they found a small wooden box. Inside, Hannah's engagement ring, wrapped in the torn hem of her dress. Rachel collapsed, whispering, "He didn't just lie to me. He buried her to keep our secret alive." As the sirens wailed in the distance, the camera would hold on the vows fluttering in the wind, until one word caught the light. Forever. If you felt that chill, subscribe to the Veil of Secret, where every story hides one truth too dark to stay buried.